Welcome, everyone. This is Sandra Alexei, and I'm from mypersonalmuse, which is my website. And if you go into the Show Me section, you'll see it. I'm actually an intuitive astrologer. I do numerology. I'm an educator. I'm an author. I've done a lot of different things. I've been very, very blessed. And I'm just in the process of writing a new book. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what's happening. It's eclipse season. When eclipses happen, it's like you walk over the bridge, you look back, there's no bridge, there's no going back. We have got super, super changes because in January, we had Pluto move from Capricorn, where it's been since 2008, into Aquarius for a few months. Then for 5 months, it's back into Capricorn. Then when it goes into November, I think 19th of 2024, it goes into Aquarius until 2044. It is a new world. It is the age of enlightenment. We're going through the dark. Okay. And so anyway, eclipse season. So today we're going to talk about April the 8th, which is a total solar node eclipse, new moon at 19 degrees of Aries. Wow. However, the eclipse action actually started to take place with the first lunar full moon Libra nodal eclipse on March the 25th of 2024. This lunar eclipse that we're talking about, April the 8th, links back to October the 14th of 2023, when we had a solar Libra new moon eclipse at 21 degrees of Libra. Like a string of pearls, the eclipses are linked and they have a message for you. There's some beautiful messages here. So the sun, the moon, Chiron, which is the wounded healer, Mercury is retrograde at 25 degrees. It went April 1st. Aries, Venus at 3 degrees of Aries. So we have a lot of intense fiery energy. So if you have your natal chart, you can get your chart out and you can look at the chart and see where Aries is, in what house or houses Aries. But then you have to look at the degrees, because remember, this is 19 degrees. So it can be in the one that says Aries, or it could be in the one that's behind it. Okay. And that will tell you how this eclipse is going to affect you, what area of your life. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon stands between the sun and the earth, cutting off the light of the sun. A solar eclipse is always new moon, and in astrology tends to mark new beginnings, but we know with new beginnings, there's always endings. Solar eclipses work somewhat differently than lunar eclipses and emphasize, again, beginnings. That's why they're very exciting. Okay. Most of the time they make us happy. Occasionally something may end too, but the accent will be more at the start than the finish. The changes could come gradually or suddenly. Okay. Still, the news or timing of those changes often comes as a surprise, and we got some surprises. If a solar eclipse falls on or within a few days of your birthday, you will certainly feel the effects of it over the course of the year. Changes will be complete by the time you reach your next birthday. So keep in mind that all eclipses are here to help you mature, and the collective, which means the countries, to mature and grow, and that the eclipses are ultimately on your side. They're for the good. Okay. Now, Aries, is a cardinal sign, which is a very powerful sign. It's fire, and it's ruled by Mars, which is action. The Aries-Libra axis, Aries is fire, Mars, and Libra is air, Venus. The zodiac signs of war and peace, and what's going on in the world right now. The lunar full moon Libra eclipse on March the 25th was a wake-up call to examine relationships and how we coexist in the world. So when I talk relationship, it's your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your family, with your significant other, but it's also about the relationships of your community, of your country, and the world. Collectively and personally, we're experiencing the Aries nodal axis of destiny from July 17th of 2023 to January 11th of 2025. And it does not return for another 18.5 years. So what were you doing between December of 2004 and June of 2006? There could be a similar shift for you. Aries, what are you embracing? Everybody right now, because everybody's got Aries somewhere, is learning to honor, embrace, and own their personal power. Total emotional honesty, authenticity, and sovereignty. When we move from the dark, it's like every sign, every planet has like a yin yang, a dark and a light, okay? So the Libra energy is the south node, the Aries is the north, and we're tending to let the energy go of the Libra, which is where, because of intolerance of disagreements, because Venus doesn't like to, they'll go along with things. They don't want to upset, okay? But they tended to compromise, people please, and now they're releasing those tendencies, just as countries are having to have personal boundaries and ensure that they're not controlled, used, and walked over. So what can we expect with the new moon solar nodal eclipse in Aries? Obviously, we're going to see power struggles, which have been happening for a while. Interesting, North Node energy is not prepared to be bullied or sold a bill of goods, no more lies, which is great because it's pre-election time. So for you, set your intentions for the next 6 months. Wakey, wakey. With all the border challenges, curriculum, school challenges, defunding police, censorship, the woke culture, etc., the world is turned upside down. Interesting, there is a lot of corruption. Haiti being overtaken. Check out how El Salvador solved their illegal immigration. And right now, DeSantis in Florida is having a lot of challenges. They have the National Guard. But you have to remember, the taxpayers are the actual populist movement, and it's taking back their power because they pay the wages of the politicians who are not really safeguarding the constituents. Now, this is really important. I knew there was something that I had to find, okay, because I had written this and then it came today and I found it. Though the symbol TAV is a seal of protection, and it is over the USA. It's about divine providence, an alignment of stars and constellations. This rare celestial alignment has a spiritual symbolic significance. Now remember, a blanket of darkness is predicted over 7 US states during this eclipse. And then NINEVAHA, divine providence, when it comes to geopolitical events. This is 7 months before the US election, and 7 is a spiritual number. Now, another thing. There's a really good, if you go to my Facebook, because I put the printed thing on my Facebook, it's Sandra Alexei Morin. And I will have, when I put this up, I will have a predictive video that talks also about Israel and Jerusalem. Now, let's go to the Kali Yuga, and that finishes in 2025. So we've had a lot of stuff happening since 2008. Everything had to be revealed. Everything, this is the Kali Yuga, everything not built on a firm foundation is crumbling. This is also the reason our entire world, the government, institutions, societal systems that are corrupt and are going to be deconstructed, because we are the midwives, the light workers and way showers. We chose to be born in these interesting times. The Yuga cycle timeline is based on the Sapatya calendar. It's SAPTARSHI calendar. According to this interpretation, the Kali Yuga ends in 2025 to be followed by a 300-year transitional period leading up to the ascending Dvapara Dvapara, Yuga. The timeline also indicates the ascending Kali Yuga, which is the current epoch in which we're living, will end in 2025. I just said CE. A few ancient cultures believed in a cycle of world ages in which we gradually descend from a state of spiritual perfection and material abundance to one of ignorance and scarcity. In ancient India, this was called the Yuga cycle. The Yuga cycle doctrine says we're now living in the Kali Yuga, the age of darkness and ignorance, when moral virtue and mental capabilities reach their lowest points in the cycle. People stop following Dharma and lack virtue. They become slaves to their passions and are barely as powerful as their earliest ancestors of the Satya, Satya Yuga. Society falls into disuse and people become liars, hypocrites, and are the dumbest. The Mahabharata describes the Kali Yuga as the period when the world's soul is black in hue. Only 1/4 of virtue remains. All we have to do is look around and see what's happening. On the other hand, surprises are in store. Exciting and novel opportunities may show up for you. You may get some great ideas, insights, downloads, messages on changes in your life, things for you to consider, etc. Time to refine the harmony within yourself, between the energy we invest in ourselves and in others, relationships, partnerships, connections, and collaborations. Okay. With Aquarius, we consider the we, not just the me. So that's why collaborations. However, ensure that you are true to who you are. No more lying to yourself or others. No more coercion. As we tune into intuition, we smell BS, telling us what we want to hear, a control mechanism. We just experience the ultimate in mind control. No more sugarcoating reality to choose nice over being real and sacrifice our authenticity in order to be accepted. No more spiritual bypassing and whitewashing truth. Awareness. Be your own witness and observe where we're tempted to lose ourselves in a relationship to make an uncomfortable choice to be alone and avoid taking responsibility to do what allows you to move forward, to fulfill your purpose, to fulfill your dreams. It's a beautiful time coming. This is an incredible opportunity with this new moon to uncouple with grace rather than animosity, which is usually happening when there's a full moon because it's more emotional. This is a one-time invitation with this nodal axis, another 18 years to work on developing relationship intelligence and letting go of repetitive patterns that keep us from forming healthy connections. First and foremost, for creating a healthy connection with ourselves. The upcoming months give us incredible opportunities to gain awareness on how we show up for relationships and invite us to choose to invest in connections that support our commitment to our soul calling. We all have a soul calling. I love to do self-discovery sessions and readings where I can help you find what your soul calling is. Now it is up to the collective with the election. However, remember divine intervention and divine timing and divine providence. All that is being revealed is the dark, which the light cleanses. Learning to be true to ourselves, honor our desires, and follow our path, even when it might mean disappointing others, and others will be a major theme for the upcoming nodal axis learning. The Aries North Node invites you to embrace raw authenticity and work on letting go of people-pleasing tendencies, which represent a shadow of the Libra. The last time I said it was from November 2004 to June, so look back what happened. Observe how you reacted in the past and think about how you'd respond now. Now, citrine is a beautiful choice crystal to harness both inspiration and action that the North Node in Aries will bring, as well as powerful inner trust that the South Node in Libra is ushering in. The shimmering yellow quartz is a Libra-associated stone that heightens self-awareness, confidence, and a positive outlook on life, helping you to break free from old relationship patterns, people-pleasing, and codependency, and assert your individuality as you follow the call of your innate instincts and desires. Work with the citrine to help you clarify your direction, hone in on your truth, and begin to move forward towards your highest goals, the desires that live within your soul, to ultimately find a deep sense of fulfillment from within yourself. Citrine shines the light on your true purpose and power and gives you the energy, courage, and motivation to bring your dreams into reality. A stronger energy signature with spiritual expansion as you are figuring out, and the universe has your back. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Much love, many, many blessings. And if you go to my Facebook page, as I said, you will see the written thing. A lot of people like to print off the written thing. So many blessings and much love.